Shubman Gill bluntly told he doesn't need Jasprit Bumrah because Mohammed Siraj can win games now. Monty Panesar feels Shubman Gill's greatest achievement from the Test series against England is that India can now win matches without Jasprit Bumrah. The Anderson Tendulkar Trophy between England and India definitely lived up to the high billing as the two teams produced some riveting action both on and off the field. It is only fitting for the series outcome to read 2-2 as neither team was above or beneath the other, although India did win more sessions. The decider at the Oval had everything going down to the wire before Mohammed Siraj's never-say-die attitude helped Shubman Gill's India register a narrow 6-run win. Harry Brook and Joe Root scored centuries in the final innings as England looked set to chase down 374 to win the series 3-1. However, Brook's irresponsible shot opened the floodgates for India, and the visitors barged through the door to register a memorable win on Day 5. Days after the conclusion of the 5-match series, the Hindustan Times spoke to former England spinner Monty Panesar about the high skill on display by both teams. Panesar, who was instrumental in helping England win a Test series in India in 2012, said Gill's side would rue the chance of not winning the series after being on top of England for most of the 25 days. He also discussed Siraj's workhorse-like ability and whether Joe Root can break Sachin Tendulkar's record of most runs in Test cricket. Is 2-2 a fair reflection of how both teams played in the series? After a heavy workload of the IPL, India goes and plays a 5-test match series. Every given moment, they turned up. At Old Trafford, they drew the Test match. At Lord's, it could have been anyone's game. They probably should have won that game, but England were very lucky with that wicket of Siraj. And then, at the Oval, they were brilliant. At the Oval, on the 5th day, overcast conditions, everything went in their favor. So, I think India played better cricket. I think the Oval Test match victory was probably, actually, the moment when it showed that India won the series. Well, I think everyone took it by surprise. When Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma and Ravichandran Ashwin retired, everyone thought England would win the contest. But it shows the strength of Indian cricket. Shubman Gill rose to the challenge. I always thought that he was almost lazy in his footwork when he wasn't the captain, and now, he's phenomenal. And I think we're going to hopefully see the best of them in the next couple of years. Did Shubman Gill impress you as a captain? What did you make of his tactical acumen? He'll grow into the role. I think his career test will probably come, how he does in India, really. And, more than turning pictures, does he have the spinners to do that without Ashwin and Jadeja? Washington Sundar will be there, and it will be about whether he can live up to the expectations of Ashwin. I think Kuldeep Yadav has to play. He has to bring him into the equation somehow. But the biggest factor, as for Shubman here, is that he can win Test matches without Jasprit Bumrah. That's a massive acclaim. The best bowler in the world. He doesn't need him. I think India can win Test matches without Jasprit Bumrah. I think that's the biggest achievement from his captaincy. Mohammed Siraj basically put the concept of workload management to rest as he bowled more than 180 overs in the entire series. Was he the game changer for India? Well, it just shows that Mohammed Siraj is the key now. They've got to build an attack around him. And his fitness is very important. Jasprit Bumrah doesn't have the fitness to play the 5 Test matches. So, he's again, in and out, kind of the guy to come in. But Mohammed Siraj can win the games now. As Bumrah has the X factor, Mohammed Siraj is the key to whether they have a series win or not. So, for an overseas series away from India, Mohammed Siraj is very important now for Gautam Gambhir and Shubman Gill. Should India start looking beyond Jasprit Bumrah in Tests? Or is there a case for him to play just overseas Tests? I think it's good if he does play the overseas Test matches, and probably you don't need him for home Test matches. India can beat any team at home probably without him, but for overseas Tests, he is the X factor. They can probably tell him that we no longer need you for home Tests. But for the away Tests, we definitely do. Does this series result give Gautam Gambhir some breathing space as the head coach, considering there was a lot of pressure on him? I think Gautam Gambhir has a bit of time. The home series, when they play, is going to be massive. He cannot afford to lose another home series. If he wins, he will keep his job, but if he loses, I think times are up for Gautam Gambhir. India cannot afford to lose another series at home. Joe Root scored his 39th Test ton at the Oval. Do you think he has it in him to break Sachin Tendulkar's record of most runs in Tests? He'll break it. He'll break it, and he'll go past it. I think he'll end up scoring 18,000 Test runs. Because he's only 34, right? He's 34, he's got another 6 years. In 6 years, he'll probably score another 4,000 to 5,000 Test runs. So, Tendulkar played until 40, so he'll probably end up playing until 40. He'll break that, and he'll go past it. I think he'll end up scoring 18,000 Test runs. I have to ask you about England. How do you see their chances in the upcoming Ashes? I think Australia are the favourites because the attack is very strong. And England will have to find a way to score 400 consistently. They sometimes give it away, just like Jacob Bethel did in the Oval Test. He gave it away by dancing down the track. He got out, India got the momentum. I don't think England can afford to do that in Australia. They might just have to curb a little bit on baseball in Australia. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more cricket insights, breaking news, and sharp analysis.